Test one, test two.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats.
Huto minor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pentagon Force Protection Agency. I'm Captain Will Smith, and I'm honored today to be your Master of Ceremonies. We celebrate a significant occasion today as we swear in Steve Taylor as the Pentagon Force Protection Agency's 4th Chief of Police. At this time, I'd like to welcome his immediate family, his wife Lori, his son Jake, daughter Shelby, and his parents Tim and Vicky. Thank you for attending. We are honored to have with us today the Director of the Washington Headquarters Services, Ms. Regina Miners. The Office of the Director of Administration and Management, Mr. Jeff Eanes. The General Counsel for the Washington Headquarters Service and the Pentagon Force Protection Agency, Ms. Karen Hutto. The Deputy Director for the Pentagon Force Protection Agency, Mr. Louis Ratchford. The Acting Deputy Director for the Washington Headquarters Services, Mr. Jay Lee. And of course, many other distinguished Department of War officials. We're also pleased to have with us the numerous chiefs that were invited. The National Security Agency Police Chief, Craig Lustig. The Arlington County Police Chief, Andy Penn. The Alexandria Police Chief, Tarek McGuire. Arlington County Fire Department Fire Chief, David Pavlitz. The National Geospatial Intelligence Agency Assistant Chief of Police, James Schweider. From the United States Secret Service, Deputy Chief Ricky Neal Jr. From the Arlington County Sheriff's Office, Chief Deputy Juan Gelabert. The Fairfax County Police, Deputy Chief Frederick Chambers, as well as many other senior law enforcement officials from the Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia areas. We also like to give a very special welcome back to some of our PFPA leadership. First, Brigadier General retired and Director of the PFPA, Jonathan Kofer, and his wife, Karen. Chief of Pentagon Police, retired Woodrow Cousset. And our Assistant Chief of Police, retired Gerald Plummer. Thank you all for being here on this special occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party, the presentation of colors by the Pentagon Force Protection Agency Color Guard, the singing of the national anthem by Sergeant Anthony Breck, and the evocation, which will be led by Chaplain Harry Byrd. Today's procession will be led by Piper Michael McLean of the City of Alexandria Pipes and Drums. Piper McLean, Pentagon Force Protection Agency, thanks you for your time and your talents.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let us pray. God of refuge and strength, as we gather today to observe this swearing-in ceremony for the Chief of Pentagon Police, we gather to affirm this singular team that is constantly vigilant over all those who serve in the Pentagon reservation. Those gathered here today represent the best of courageous service to our nation. As Chief of Police Steve Taylor prepares to step into this key role in leadership, we thank you for the way his service to the nation thus far has helped prepare him for this step. Thank you for his family, his friends, mentors, those who have helped him to reach this day's milestone. May his wife Lori, his daughter Shelby, his son Jake, his mother Vicki, and his father Tim be able to enjoy fully what they have all accomplished as they reach today. As you have blessed him with this special trust, now endow him with added strength and wisdom to meet these increased expectations. And now, Lord, let us not be lords over this heritage, but good stewards, accountable to conscience as well as those over us. Then shall we be pleasing to you, valuable to our leaders, and worthy of those we lead. In your name I pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the official party for today's ceremony. The Deputy Director of Administration and Management, Mr. Stephen Suh. The Director of the Pentagon Force Protection Agency, Mr. Chris Bardry. Pentagon Force Protection Agency Executive Director for Law Enforcement, Ms. Shelley Verdejo. And our honoree, Chief Steve Taylor. We will now open the ceremony with a welcome from Ms. Shelley Verdejo.
Good morning. I want to thank you all for being here on this truly special occasion as we celebrate Steve Taylor being promoted to Chief of Police. A special welcome to Steve's parents, Tim and Vicki Taylor, his wife, Lori, and his children, Jake and Shelby. Your support has been the bedrock of his success, and we are so glad that you could share this moment with us. Today, my goal is to share a little something about Steve, how he got here, and then a couple of personal fun facts. I had the opportunity to speak with Steve's dad, Tim, last week, and he told me, well, first of all, I would say, Steve, that there is no prouder parent than your dad. Like, it was an honor to speak to him. He clearly is very proud of you today. He told me a quick story, which I would like to share. He said he always knew that Steve would be a leader. So when Steve was in preschool, if you can imagine a little Steve Taylor running around, he dropped him off in front of the building, and Steve, not knowing a soul, walked into the building all by himself. Tim drove away wondering, I guess this is going to work out. By the end of the week on Friday, Tim got a call from the school administrator telling him that Steve had become the unofficial class president, that he was telling people how to get in line and how to get ready for lunch. So it's no surprise that Steve is where he is today. Steve has always felt a compelling need to help people. He comes from a long line of public servants. His grandfather and his uncle served in the United States Marine Corps. Additionally, Steve's uncle served as a Virginia State Trooper, and his father, a retired firefighter, has retired as the battalion chief and fire marshal of the Prince William Fire Department. Becoming a police officer was a calling for Steve. It was his way of giving back to the community, and it gives him a sense of pride. This calling first led him to his first role in law enforcement, which was at a men's correctional facility called Coffeewood Correctional Center. He then served as a correctional officer for a women's correctional center, and then decided that was not the right job for him, and so he began to serve as a trooper with the Virginia State Police. In 2002, Steve became a Pentagon Force Protection police officer, where he did like all police officers do. He stood post in a little traffic. As sergeant, he created the first ever random anti-terrorism measure unit and played a significant role in the September 11th memorial dedication. This national security special event took 8 months to plan and included over 300 of the government's senior-most officials, to include the President of the United States. Steve oversaw the special events branch as a lieutenant, and to hear him tell it, that was the most fun he ever had. As a captain, he served as a division commander at the Mark Center, where he was responsible for the leased and delegated facilities. As a major, Steve shaped law enforcement policy affecting over 90,000 Department of War law enforcement professionals, while assigned to the Office of the Undersecretary of War for Intelligence and Security. In 2021, he was assigned as the Deputy Chief of Operations, and in this role, he led the creation and implementation of the High Threat Unit, a team dedicated to providing advanced training to our officers on all types of threats. Guided by his unwavering commitment of taking care of people, Steve is actively reshaping the organization's culture and morale. He empowers junior officers and middle-level leaders to take ownership of their duties, fostering a welcoming and supportive atmosphere for all. Steve's leadership is also profoundly shaped by the memory of the fallen officers Feltus and Corporal Gonzalez, whose sacrifice is a constant and solemn reminder of the gravity of our mission. Okay, so that's the business part. Now let's get to the fun part. So, long before Steve wore the badge, Steve Timothy Taylor was born in Fredericksburg, Virginia in July of 1974. Dag, you old. He was what all kids did. He did what all kids did in the 70s. He played video games, hung out with his friends, fished, rode a bicycle, a four-wheeler, and played baseball with big dreams of making it to the pros. Steve jokingly told me my buddies and I ran the neighborhood. Glad to see some things have never changed. Okay, so he attended Potomac High School, where he played 4 years of baseball as a second baseman. His father said, "You were a hell of a baseball player." He graduated in 1992 and took some classes in mechanics. So fun fact about Steve, Steve can take an entire engine apart and put it back together. And as a result, he worked on and raced cars. He loved Ford Mustangs and has owned 6 in his lifetime. His favorite color is blue. His first car was a 1970s Nissan that Vicky gave him. His all-time favorite meal is a good burger. As for sports, he loves the Washington Capitals and the Dallas Cowboys. The first cassette, but go Hawks. The first cassette tape that he ever bought was the Beastie Boys. If you want to treat him to dinner, take him to the Prime Rib in Washington, D.C., and he loves dressing up for Halloween. Growing up, he listened to R&B, go-go, and hip-hop, and now he's into 90s alternatives like Nirvana. While his dream vacation spot is Fiji or Tahiti, his daily commute to and from work is spent in silence. He never listens to the radio. Like, who does that? Folks, I can tell you that our new chief of police is dying right now as I'm talking about him. He's not enjoying any of this pomp and circumstance, but that's what makes Steve the right choice for this job. He doesn't seek the spotlight, he earns it. The ball field taught him about teamwork, the engine block taught him about precision, and the Pentagon taught him how to lead on a national stage. And through it all, his family has always been the why, the reason he serves with so much heart. If you want to know the true measure of a man we're honoring today, don't look at the promotions or the accolades or what he's done in his career. Ask him what his greatest accomplishment is, and he won't mention the job at all. He will simply tell you without hesitation, it is his family. That is his legacy. At the core, Steve is a family man who would do absolutely anything for his family. Jake and Shelby, I have spent hours talking to your dad about you. I've heard all the good and the bad, and he's proud of you. He is your biggest fan. Your latest swimming and cheerleading victories go, they're heard around the halls of the Pentagon. Lori, we appreciate the sacrifices you've made and will continue to make as Steve transitions into this new role. It's not easy to be a police officer's spouse. The time they spend together as a family, whether skiing down a mountain, just relaxing on a boat, yes, Steve owns a boat, isn't just a hobby for him, it's the anchor of his life. And on a personal note, Steve and I have been on this journey together since 2007. We've been coworkers, peers, and most importantly, friends. Steve is my ride or die. He would bury a body with me, I'm sure of it. In that time, I've seen the man behind the badge, and while many of you have not seen this, I can tell you that he's one of the most honest, funniest, caring, compassionate people I know. Is he tough? Yes, but he's also humbled. He's driven, but his drive is always about taking care of people. To be here today is much more than a professional duty for me. It's a deep personal honor. I wouldn't be anywhere else today, Steve. Steve and I have seen each other through the good days and real tough ones, and I couldn't be prouder of the leader you've become and the friend you've always been. In reaching this pinnacle, you are not just taking on a new role, you are making history as the first chief of police in this agency to have seen and succeeded at every single rank. You haven't just studied leadership, you've lived it from the ground up. And I wish you all the best in this new role. Thank you for allowing me to be here, and congratulations, Chief Taylor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Verdejo. Now, please join me in welcoming the Director of the Pentagon Force Protection Agency, Mr. Chris Bardry.
Good morning. And let me add my voice to those who are welcoming you here. Thank you for coming today. What a terrific day. Definitely a milestone for the Pentagon Force Protection Agency. I'm Chris Bardry. I have the honor to serve as the 5th director of the agency. Welcome to family. It's so good to have you here and to meet you. Friends who are here, definitely partners, all our mission partners, thank you for showing up like you always do. Our partners from inside the department, none of us could do what we do without you. We are inextricably linked, and thank you for being here with us here today. And former agency leadership who has shown up for this occasion. What a tremendous honor it is to have you back. Mr. Kofer, Karen, Chief Kusay, others who have shown up today. Gerald, I did not get to see you, but I look forward to seeing you. I'm looking for you now. Hey, Gerald. Good to see you, brother. Welcome back. What a very special day for the agency and a very special day for the Pentagon Police and definitely, of course, the Taylor family, Chief Taylor, as he takes the reins. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I had the opportunity to serve my country. I was part of building an organization whose job was to either be at the front of or in the middle of basically challenging scenarios, everything that was going on in that particular region of the world. Our job was to prevent the problem, keep it from getting worse or remedy it. But if it was happening, we were in the middle of it. And we built this organization and we chose a motto, and our motto was courage in adversity. We chose that because our purpose was to operate in these challenging environments and under adverse conditions. And we did that. We were on the go constantly because that's the nature of our world. It was and it still is a great organization. I was proud to be part of standing it up. And it continues to touch historical moments in our nation's history. Well, for the last 5 or 6 years, I can tell you that the Pentagon Force Protection Agency has reminded me of that organization, as our services have been in extremely high demand. The work pace has been dynamic across our nation and definitely here in the National Capital Region. We've stretched and we've been challenged and we have grown in many ways. Our agency has been challenged by high ops tempo. We've been challenged by resource constraints, a rapidly evolving threat environment, which we all experience, and by administrative demands as well. 2025 alone has been a time of rapid change, and I'm proud to say that the Pentagon Force Protection Agency did not just survive these changes and these challenges, but we thrived in it. Apparently, the environment suited us. Often operating as part of a much broader national security team, time and time again, you have risen to those challenges, and our people have answered the nation's call, even during those times of adversity. We have truly showed that courage in adversity. As we always have, as we've been conditioned to do, we've punched above our weight. We have a great impact, thanks to you and your leadership. The challenges have only made us stronger, more determined, and more focused as an organization, and our future is very bright. The Pentagon Force Protection Agency has an unmatched grouping of functional capabilities within the Department of War. And we are also unique within the interagency in which we operate and partner. Our services are in high demand, our stock is high, our ops tempo remains steady and dynamic. Even today, our special agent teams having just returned from the Far East, are operating in Europe and the Middle East. Simultaneously in Washington, D.C. today, we are leading the Department of War in securing all 34 Western Hemisphere Chiefs of Defense in support of the Joint Staff and our Chairman of the Joint Chiefs. Police from our Special Operations Branch have deployed across the continental United States in support of the Secretary of War activities, as they have been doing. They are deployed now as they have been throughout 2025, this entire year, at an intense pace to include trips and operations at the southern border. We're training and partnering with federal military partners, state and local partners like never before, and commonly we are all joined in operations together here in the NCR and in the surrounding regions. Our operations with the Secret Service and Department of State, National Security Agency, JTF NCR, now JTF 401, and I think I named the National Security Agency, have been ongoing and dynamic and have become common. Not to mention our very, very special partnerships with Arlington County. This is just how we operate now, and it's our new normal. Our threat and intelligence fusion capabilities are leaping off the page, matched now to artificial intelligence and machine learning. Our counterintelligence capabilities are in high demand and more important than ever before. Law enforcement activities and caseloads have more than doubled over the last couple of years. We are incredibly active and have become incredibly capable and very effective, thanks in large part to our partnership with our General Counsel. Our General Counsel team has supported us and empowered us like never before for national security operations and for law enforcement operations. It's a wonderful team, and we greatly appreciate it. We've added new customers, if you will, with the Temple Army Reserve Center and the National Guard Bureau campuses. Our entire agency, a whole of agency effort to build in and around those important Department of War institutions. And our ability to train ourselves grows and grows, and we covet that ability and we continue to invest in it. It's highly valued. Law enforcement, security, ground and air protection at the Raven Rock Mountain Complex have taken major leaps forward and will continue to grow. Suffice it to say, it's been a dynamic few years and will continue to be. I appreciate the leadership of the people in this room who are taking us where we need to go. In service to the department, PFPA now deploys suites, full spectrum capability packages across the NCR where Secretary of War activities would draw us to put these capabilities into place, where we have a nexus. And needless to say, the scope and the sophistication of our enterprise and our enterprise activities have never been broader or deeper or more impactful. This agency was born from the fires of war here in our homeland. That legacy is burned into our souls and seared into the minds of everyone who works here. We protect those who protect our nation, and we love to say that. That and ensuring that the Department of War's ability to operate is definitely in our DNA. No other organizational entity maintains the constant stare and the intense stare into and over the horizon for any person, group, thing, or event that threatens the Department of War in our areas of responsibility. And we've been enabled by leaders, past, present, many of which are here today, some who are watching potentially online, who have nurtured and matured this organization. And we're supported and proud to support incredibly competent partners operating on the national stage here in the National Capital Region. Indeed, we are merely one player in a larger interagency team of amazing organizations working here in our nation's capital to protect this great nation. You have all invested in us, and we are extremely grateful to partner with you. And we are passing this investment on to the places where it matters most. In 2026 and 2027, we will invest heavily in our Pentagon Police Department. To meet today's challenges, we must continue to adapt and to evolve. We must evolve, and it all begins with our front line of defense, the Pentagon Police. Our police department must be strong, capable, modern, informed, and empowered. Our investment in the Pentagon Police is an important part of a broader agency reorganization to move us forward in meeting those mission needs and in caring for our people. And we're lucky and blessed to have a leader like Steve Taylor to lead the Pentagon Police and to be a crucial part of the leadership team within this agency. Chief Taylor's technical competence is unquestionable, as are his commitment and his resolve to lead. His combination of strategic awareness, his law enforcement pedigree and mindset, physical and moral courage, his straightforward communication skills, and his common sense make him the right person at the right time for this challenging leadership position. This is a hard job. Everybody knows that. Chief Crusade would testify to it. Gerald Plummer would testify to it as well. And Steve would testify to it in the time that he's held it as the acting. We won't ask Chief Taylor to do it alone. Our vision is to invest in the Pentagon Police with a robust leadership team to match the scope and sophistication of the needs. New technology, training, and mission capabilities embedded within the police department to give PPD that voice and that self-empowerment to help lead us and to operate the way they need to operate, to match the operational demands and ensure the care for our people. Indeed, Chief Taylor he names officer care as one of, if not his top priority, and we support him in that focus. To Chief Taylor and to his family, I want to say thank you for stepping up to this challenge. Thank you. And to this position and for your commitment to the agency, its people, and your service to the nation. Thank you. Congratulations, Steve. This is well-deserved. You will be amazing in this leadership role. You have a great team, and we will support you all the way. God bless you and your family. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bardry. Now please join me in welcoming the Deputy Director of Administration and Management, Mr. Steve Suh.
All right. Good morning, everybody. All right. For everyone here, and particularly for you, Chief Taylor, I'm really thrilled and honored to be a part of this ceremony, especially your swearing in. This is a significant moment for you and your family, but also for the entire Pentagon Force Protection Agency and for the officers who will serve under you and with you on our frontline mission. So I want to personally thank you for this opportunity. There are a lot of people here today. Look around, Steve, they're here for you. I want to express my own personal welcome to Steve's wife, Lori, his 2 children, as well as his parents, former Fire and Rescue Battalion Chief and Marshal, as I just learned, Tim Taylor, and his wife, Vicki. It is really our great pleasure to host you here today, sir and ma'am. All right. Let me also call out the former chiefs of Pentagon Police here in the flesh, and recognize members of the SES Corps in attendance. Lastly, as I like to do, I want to recognize the many great folks that serve in law enforcement, fire, and first responder communities. I know you were introduced, but if you are in law enforcement, first responders, or fire in any way, would you please stand so we can acknowledge your service? Please, would you please stand? Yeah. Yeah. Again, thank you to everyone for attending this pivotal moment. So before we proceed, I wanted to give special thanks to our bagpiper, our color guard, sergeant, the sergeant who sang our national anthem. He nailed it, right? That's a tough song to sing, as well as our chaplain. That was really well done. So let's just recognize what they did. So, I just want to give, my sense of, what's the real importance of the Pentagon Police mission and what PFPA does. So the Department of War is one of the largest employers in the world, and the Pentagon is its headquarters, right? It is one of the global symbols of our American strength, and it's a city unto itself with tens of thousands of personnel, miles of corridors, doctor's offices, dentist's offices, and as my then 12-year-old daughter once said, a gift shop with very boring swag. And the mission of protecting all this really falls to the men and women of PFPA. And their motto is protecting those who protect our nation. So it's not a slogan, it really is the essence of their duty, which they perform around the clock. Right? Daily, they're charged with safeguarding occupants and visitors, VIPs, the leaders of our countries and the leaders of other countries, not just here in the Pentagon, but other places like the Mark Center, Raven Rock Mountain Complex, the Army National Guard Center, and the Defense Health Headquarters, as well as many other facilities around here in the NCR. So on a fun fact, on some days, we have tens of thousands of visitors who come through our gates for really important business here. Right, that's the equivalent of a Major League Baseball game in terms of movement. So that's amazing. And so what you guys do in terms of people control, it's just awesome. So as you've heard before, the origins of PFPA was actually forged from the horrific attacks on the Pentagon, which is hard to believe, which was 25 years ago. So in its aftermath, PFPA was stood up to really address the full spectrum of threats facing this building and its people. As you know, the Pentagon remains a target from those who wish us harm, and since that time, the threats have only multiplied. They haven't gotten easier, and PFPA and the police force have really adapted with it. It's chemical and biological and radiological threats, drones, you name it, and whoever, cyber, and what else is just out there facing us, but the force has adapted and really risen to the challenge of really meeting the safety of this institution. So the officers you'll now lead, Chief Taylor, are the shield that really stand against those threats. They're here 24/7, 7 days a week, to really keep us safe. And I gotta say, they are succeeding, right? As anyone can attest, your men and women are the most visible embodiment of the security arm that supports this institution, right? So folks, when you see a PFPA officer, be sure to offer them your gratitude and let them know you appreciate them, even if you are getting a ticket or a citation. All right. Chief, I know you would be the first to say it's the people behind the scenes that make this mission successful, and I know you're taking command of a remarkable force. And I know that we are safer than we are ever before because of their dedication, and you're going to take that to new heights. I know the immense responsibility you're taking on, and I thank you and I thank your family for your continued service. So congratulations on your new assignment. You have the utmost and unwavering support of the department and its leaders, And again, my sincerest thanks for taking on this task today. Congratulations, Chief.
Thank you, sir. It is with a profound sense of purpose that we announce today a significant change to the rank insignia of our esteemed Chief of Police. This evolution is our visual identity is not merely a surface-level adjustment, but it's a deliberate stride towards PFPA aligning with broader law enforcement standards. The new rank insignia will ensure that the authority and role of our Chief of Police is immediately and unequivocally recognizable across the department and with our external partners. This fosters greater clarity and cohesion in the fulfillment of our duties. This modernization of our rank insignia marks a foundational step in our comprehensive commitment to investing in and elevating our police force. It also empowers our officers, and it speeds along the integration of the new coming technologies. It is the vanguard of a series of forthcoming initiatives specifically designed to enhance operational oversight, optimize supervisor-to-officer ratios, and forge clearer, more defined pathways for career advancement. These endeavors are of paramount importance as we cultivate and retain the highest caliber of command talent within our ranks. We are steadfast in our resolve to build a more formidable and effective police force. You can be assured this is but the first of many organizational enhancements to come, and each conceived to fortify our collective strength and reaffirm our unwavering dedication to the safety and security of our nation. At this time, I will now ask Chief Taylor to step forward. And if I could have Jake and Shelby please join us on stage. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Shelby. And finally, why we're here in the first place. The time has come to swear in our new Chief of Police. So I would like to invite the Acting Assistant Chief of Police, Michael Gary, and Deputy Chiefs Denny Wayman and Scott Wayne to please come to the stage. Mr. Bargery, would you please come forward to administer the oath of office?
Honored to administer this oath. I state your name.
I, Steve Taylor,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Well done, Chief. Congrats.
Thank you, sir.
It is an honor for a loved one to pin the badge on the new Chief of Police. This is a small but very powerful gesture It symbolizes the support of the family and the trust as the chief accepts this great responsibility. This moment reminds us that behind every person, in this case, our chief, there is a circle of support making that service possible. We are grateful for you and your family. Chiefs, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Chief Taylor, don't go nowhere. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the Pentagon Force Protection Agency's 4th Pentagon Police Chief, Chief Steve Taylor.
Good morning, everybody. Before I get started, I want to say thank you to everybody that set this up. If there's one thing I can honestly say, our agency comes together very well and puts on a great ceremony. So thank you to Jackie Mendez, CCO, Captain Harrington, and all those involved today to get this set up. I really appreciate it. All right. Mike, I won't forget you, the bagpiper. He comes to us for all these ceremonies, and he's great. So I want to include him as well. So senior leaders, distinguished guests, colleagues, friends, and family. I'm profoundly humbled and honored to stand before you today as I assume the duties of Chief of Police for the Pentagon Force Protection Agency. The men and women of the Pentagon Police Department, I would like to address you first. I want to express my deepest respect for the job you do day in and day out. Your vigilance, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to securing the heart of our nation's defense operations are the foundations upon this agency was stood. This workforce is composed of some of the most professional law enforcement people in the world. I'm incredibly proud to now lead you as your Chief of Police. We operate in a very unique and critical environment. The threats we face are complex, dynamic, and ever-present. Our mission is not just about security checkpoints, checking IDs, making traffic stops. It's about enabling the essential work of the Department of War to protect our nation. We safeguard the people, facilities, and strategic mission that ensures the freedom and the security of the United States. As your chief, I commit to 3 core principles. First, we will prioritize the safety and well-being of our employees. You cannot protect others effectively if you are not feeling secure and cared for in your own role. I'm dedicated to providing the best training, equipment, resources possible while fostering a culture of trust, mentorship, and inclusion. Second, we will relentlessly pursue innovation and excellence. We must be proactive, adaptive, and prepared for the threats of tomorrow. This means embracing new technologies, enhancing our intelligence capabilities, and strengthening our relationships with our local, state, federal, and military agencies. Our security posture can be second to none. Third, we will uphold the highest standards of integrity and accountability. Our badge is a symbol of public trust. We must always act with professionalism, fairness, and respect those that we encounter every day. Our actions must constantly reflect the values of the department and the standards of law enforcement officers. I want to take a moment to thank some people that have been very instrumental in my journey to this stage today. To my mentors, my coaches, and my supervisors, both current and past, I couldn't be here without you. Your leadership and the ability to believe in me has been invaluable. My coworkers, who've now become family, thank you for all the laughter, because we've had quite a few of those, the support, and making challenging days easier. I'm truly fortunate to have worked alongside such dedicated and inspiring individuals. I would like to thank my parents. You instilled in me the values of service and integrity that has guided me through my career. Most importantly, I would like to thank my family, Lori, Jake, and Shelby. Thank you for your unwavering support, your patience, and all of the sacrifices you've made throughout my career. You're my foundation, and I want you to know that today is a day that I share with you and honor you. To everybody gathered here today, especially the officers of the Pentagon Police, I accept this challenge with resolve and determination. Together, we will ensure the Pentagon remains a secure fortress for freedom and a symbol of national resilience. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Taylor. Before we bring this ceremony to a close, the force has a special message they would like to share.
Is more than a promotion. It is a testament to the promise of the Pentagon Force Protection Agency. Today we celebrate Steve Taylor, who is the very first Pentagon Police Chief to have risen through all of our ranks, having started his journey as an officer in 2002, the very same year our agency was founded. To our officers, this means your chief has walked in your shoes. To our partners, you have a committed advocate for our collective law enforcement mission. And to Steve, congratulations. This is a well-deserved promotion.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. If anyone deserves the promotion of chief, it was you.
Chief Taylor, just want to say congratulations. You're the right man for the job. We're all behind you. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in the uniform I am right now. So appreciate you, sir.
Chief, from SOB K9, we'd like to congratulate you on the promotion. It's well-deserved and a long time coming.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. Your promotion is well-deserved. I'm going to pray for you.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. Excited to see what you can do for the agency.
Hey, Chief. Congratulations. I am so super excited for you. This is a well-deserved accomplishment and just so happy to be a part of your team and your journey.
Hey, Chief Taylor, congratulations on the promotion. Well-deserved.
Hey, Steve, we're very proud of you for making the rank of chief. All the Raven Rock crew, we got your back, support you for whatever you need. And remember, whatever happens in Boston stays in Boston. Congratulations, Chief.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. Reach for the stars.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. Thanks for all the support in the past, present, and the future.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. Thank you for putting the officers and their families first.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. Wish him much success in that. No better man for the job.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. Well-deserved.
Congratulations, Chief. It's hard to believe we've been here for 20 and 23 years together. Good luck to you.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. Hoorah from 6th Platoon.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. Who would have thought over 20 years ago you were just working in the ADO office, and I really appreciate you then, even more so now.
Congratulations, Chief Taylor. Full speed ahead.
Steve, congratulations on this. Who'd have thought after riding around in a blue van 20-some years ago, you'd now be the chief of this thing. Congratulations.